Now, whether you're a tech enthusiast, a business leader, or you're simply curious about the limitless possibilities of the application or the adoption of artificial intelligence in an enterprise, you're in for an enlightening episode of Squirrel GPT and its real-world use cases. So let's dive in and explore this together with our guest who we've started talking to, Dr. Moritz Müller.
I think right now the right question to ask is, how do I use it in the context of my data? And that mentality shift is one that we are trying to explain. Why is that conversation now shifted on how to use the large language model, and in technical terms on how to ask the question, how to prompt the large language model, and not on how to train the model on my data anymore? And with that, I think once this is answered and understood how it works, you can open a lot of doors, because the adoption of the technology on a very specific data set is nowadays much easier than it has ever been before. As you know, there are a few shortcomings, of course, of large language models, and I don't want to start with the shortcomings. There are, of course, also huge opportunities, but there are certain shortcomings in the sense of, as you know, there is the challenge of hallucination. All generative AI models will have that challenge. There is the challenge that a lot of the large language models are trained on publicly available data. So how do you make that specific to your data? And there is the challenge on how do you do that in a secure way? How do you make sure that your data, and that is one of the main concerns of the people we speak to, is not being leaked out to the open world or used for retraining? And for all of those things, we have an answer.